Hello, and welcome to your virtual back-to-school night. I'm Mrs. Toal, the art teacher here at HMS. Here's a picture of me with Mrs. Capestro. I'm on the left wearing gray, and we're surrounded by proud students showcasing their artwork at the art show. I've been teaching art for 14 years now, 9 of which I've taught at the middle school level. And my philosophy is that every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist once we grow up. I watch my 4-year-old finger paint, and he has no judgment. He doesn't care what it looks like. He just wants to mix colors. Somewhere along the line, kids lose that. And what we're trying to do is bring a little bit of that joy back to them. Obviously, we're going to teach them technique and skill, but most importantly, we want to teach them self-confidence so that they can feel comfortable and lose those insecurities about what's it going to look like. Here's a picture of the art studio, which is newly renovated. I'm so excited to say that I was a participant in the redesign of our new art studio, a beautiful space for your child to learn art. We also have a new cubby system, so your child will have their own space to keep their supplies, and brand new easels so we can paint outside. Woohoo! Here is the view to our patio, which overlooks the beautiful courtyard. Looking forward to going outside and making some art. At the art program, we use Google Classroom for all of our assignments, so please remind your child to charge their Chromebook prior to coming to school. We teach 7th and 8th graders together in the same class. Our returning 8th graders are level 2 students. We use a rubric to grade to keep it fair, and we only assign homework due to absences. Feel free to follow me on social media to see a glimpse into the art studio. I post a Fab Arts Friday post every week. If you need to email me, you can get me at ltoll@hazlitt.org. If you're helping your child to navigate Google Classroom, here's what it looks like when they go onto their art class. Circled in pink is their block. Circled in blue is the link for getting onto a Google Meet. So when your child is home for virtual time, the first 10 minutes of each class will be a Google Meet. They need to be there to get their attendance and also to find out what they're going to be doing that day. Speaking of what they'll be doing, circled in yellow is their class stream. That's where I'll post the attendance for the day, and I'll also give them a rundown of what they should be doing in class that day, whether they're virtual or they're in person. The classwork tab is circled in purple. That's where they can click to find out what assignments are due. I try to keep the units organized. So right now we're working on the clay sculpture unit. So you can kind of check this to see what due dates they have upcoming. I have 3 different groups of students I'll be teaching. Our green team are hybrid learners. They'll be partial time in school and partial time virtual at home. They have last names A through K. Our silver team is also on the hybrid schedule with last names L through Z. And our all virtual team will be home 5 days a week. So each group can look for what their plan is for the day. They can ignore the plans for the other 2 groups. They will not apply to them. So each day they should look for the attendance and today's date and then see, oh, what do I have to do today? I will post lots of resources for them to use that will help them with their project during the day. And I'll usually ask them at the end of class as closure to add a comment relating to the lesson. Circled in pink is where they can add a comment at the end of class. Here's a picture of former students with their clay sculptures. This is a popular favorite project in my studio. In fact, I want to do this first with them, so we've actually already started our clay project. Last year I was so sad when our second semester group missed out on clay, so we're not missing it this year. Here are some acrylic paintings. I would love to do a painting project with our students, whether it's acrylic or watercolor. Some of these students came to me and said, I can't draw a stick figure. And I said, well, I guess you can paint pretty well. Sometimes students just have to see what they're made of, and I'm looking forward to seeing that. We'll also be doing a lesson on portraiture. They can choose between drawing a self-portrait or a portrait of a famous artist. Take a look at the before and afters. Lots of progress. I'm looking forward to seeing their progress. Linear perspective is an important drawing technique used as an introductory to architecture. So if I have any math lovers out there who are future architects, I'm going to at least expose them to the idea of linear perspective. We won't be doing an elongated lesson on it simply because it's very challenging to learn and teach. And I'm thinking a hybrid setting and a remote setting is probably not the time to do a heavy grade on perspective, but I will introduce them to the idea because they love how cool it is to see that three-dimensionality. We'll do some art history and some art critique, which is talking about art. And we'll also have an art show at the end of the year, either in person like this one, or perhaps a virtual art show like we did last year. Either way, your students' artwork will be proudly displayed this year. I want to thank you so much for your attention to this presentation, and I want to thank you also for supporting the arts. Have a great day.